On September 26, an ICE agent has been relieved of duty after this video went viral. Warning, the images are horrific and may be disturbing to some viewers. This altercation occurred at 26 Federal Plaza in Lower Manhattan in front of her two young children. The woman in the video has been identified as Ecuadorian immigrant Monic Moret. She was in the courthouse because she and her family had an asylum hearing. After their hearing, her husband was detained. They did not present a warrant, didn't identify themselves, and did not give any lawful grounds to detain him. Monica told Univision 41 when he got outside, they just arrested him. They told him that he could not move. They locked us all up. They crushed me to the ground, and my children were grabbed and dragged away. They crushed me to the ground and made me hit my head on the floor. All the ICE people fell on me. She had to receive medical attention for a possible head injury. Their two young children do not understand the violence they saw against their parents. Monica and her family fled Ecuador last year after being threatened with death by criminal gangs. She said, "Over in Ecuador, they beat us there too. I didn't think I'd come here to the United States and have the same thing happen to me. I came because I was afraid of dying there, just like my husband. If he gets there, they will kill him." New York officials are condemning these agents' actions. Representative Dan Goldman posted on X, "Monica and her two young children fled to my office for safety after she was assaulted by this agent in an egregious act of excessive force. This is unacceptable conduct by this ICE agent, and Secretary Noem must take appropriate disciplinary action, as well as implement measures to prevent this happening again." He spoke at the courthouse.
Agents, immigration agents, getting violent with people who they should not be touching or getting violent with. And this is a perfect example. This lady was, of course, incredibly upset that her husband was yanked out of court and arrested and detained, and she's worried about him because she knows the conditions are terrible where he's going. And she's crying, and she gets thrown to the ground by an ICE agent and hits her head. What is this coming to? What is ICE doing? And it's we're going to continue to follow this particular story because it is just one example of too many where we have these secret police officers who are attacking our communities with excessive violence, excessive force, and they just think that they can do it with impunity because nobody is holding them accountable. And so we're doing everything we can to hold them accountable.
In a very rare rebuke, Assistant DHS Secretary Tricia McLaughlin told CBS the officer's conduct in this video is unacceptable and beyond the men and women of ICE. Our law enforcement at ICE is held to the highest professional standards, and this officer is being relieved of his current operations while an investigation is conducted. Representative Dan Goldman and New York City Comptroller Brad Lander referred this officer for criminal investigation to AG Pam Bondi. Monica is considered suing. If she does, she will join a growing list of people currently suing DHS over ICE actions. Serious question. Why is this ICE agent the only one that is being held accountable for his action? As far as I'm concerned, the other masked agents are just as guilty as he is. Incidents like this have been occurring since Trump took office. What about when this same agent grabbed a child? Or how about this masked agent that grabbed a woman and put her in a chokehold at the Broadview Processing Center in Chicago, and every single one of these agents that were shooting whatever they were shooting off of the roof at peaceful protesters.
Oh my God. That was really cool, guys. You guys are super cool for that. How is she supposed to move? Let's go. Okay, that's good.
Or what about this one that slammed Illinois congressional candidate Kate Abigazale at the same processing center?
Third time that ICE has thrown me to the ground. I have been at this facility for the last 3 weeks every Friday morning, and I'll be back this Friday. It is probably the most violent occasion of throwing me to the ground, but essentially a car was about to run over a fellow protester. And so I went to check on that person, and that was all the justification an officer needed to pick me up and throw me to the ground, despite being half his size. And what I really want to stress here is that is what these officers are willing to do when there is press and cameras around. The reason we are protesting at this facility is because they are committing human rights abuses within the Broadview processing facility. It is a processing facility, so people are not supposed to be kept there for more than 12 hours at a time, but they are being kept for days or weeks without beds, without hot meals, without hygienic products. And if they are willing to do that to a congressional candidate on camera in front of press, imagine what they are willing to do to their detainees behind boarded up windows.
I could go on and on showing the brutality of these ICE agents, because I've come across so many clips while making these videos. It's appalling. I have like a question. Is the reason that they are holding this agent accountable because he wasn't wearing a mask and he was identifiable? Or is it that the video went viral? Or they couldn't figure out how to spin it in their favor, like they've done so many egregious incidents? GOP lawmakers wonder why there are so many ICE protests. What really ticks me off is that DHS are portraying these ICE agents as victims. They are not the victims. The immigrants and U.S. citizens that are being terrorized on a daily basis and having their constitutional rights trampled on are the victims. I looked up at the comments under the news stories and social media posts for this video, and the maggots are saying that, well, they shouldn't have come here illegally. I'm not sure what part of being at a courthouse for an immigration hearing that they don't understand. They did everything right, and he still got detained, as well as many others that showed up to their hearing or their ICE check-ins. America, what have you become? We are watching in horror here in Canada, as well as the rest of the world. GOP lawmakers wonder why tourism is down in their states. It is no longer safe to travel to the States, especially if you are brown. I just posted a video about the 55 Canadians that are being detained within the U.S. Who wants to come to a country where you can be assaulted and thrown into a detention center with inhumane conditions? Now, there is a No Kings protest on October 18th. If you can get out there and protest, do so. Go to nokings.org and check to see if there is a protest in your area. This needs to stop.